This is the plaintiff, David. He says his car was towed by the defendant, and when he went to get it out of her tow yard, he was shocked to see he'd been cleaned out. She stole his expensive tools along with a Steel Force Air Max rifle. The defendant refuses to compensate him, and he's suing her for the $773.88 he's owed. This is the defendant, Karen. She says this guy was towed because his car wasn't registered. He came in to get the car a month later and then claimed his stuff was missing. She had no access to the inside of the car as it was locked. She stole nothing. And this guy's just trying to scam her. She's accused of being sticky-fingered.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says that his car was towed by the defendant, and the defendant stole a bunch of his personal belongings. But the defendant says that she had no access to the inside of the car. The doors were locked, and this guy's just a liar. It's the case of sticky fingers.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
All right, Mr. David, you are suing the tow company that towed your car for $773.88 in stuff that you say was in the car that I guess you're saying they stole. Tell me what happened.
Yes. What happened was that on August 28th, my car was towed because I didn't have it registered.
Okay.
Yes.
Because it wasn't registered and you had it parked where, on the street?
No, I was on a parking zone, but I was parked after the hour limit. It wasn't no night parking, but I didn't see the sign, and I.
Well, why were you driving an unregistered car?
That was just because that was a special date with my girlfriend, so we went to the beach. We went to take a walk on the beach.
No, but why hadn't you already registered your car?
Oh, that happened because the DMV was happening with the virus. I made an appointment, and it took me a couple days because I had to talk with them. Yes.
All right, you're supposed to do all that before you drive the car. In any event, your car gets legitimately towed, according to you. And by the way, how much did you pay them for the storage and the tow?
I got the receipt here for $825.28.
Okay, and you're suing for $773 in stuff that you say they stole. What evidence do you have that you had that stuff in the trunk?
I don't have evidence that it was in the trunk. I just got the evidence that I had it.
Okay. Let me hear from you, Ms. Karen.
Hi. Well, we did tow it. We did get a call from the police department that they dispatched out to us that on August 28th that there was an unregistered vehicle. We go there, we pick it up, and we put it in our yard. We don't touch the vehicles. We don't go in the vehicles. And he came 25 days later. And to me, is if you have something that valuable in your car, usually the customers will come that day or the next day.
Yeah,
to
how
get their
come?
stuff.
Why didn't you go and see them and say, "Hey, can I get my work tools out?" What do you do for a living?
At that time, I was just collecting because I had a problem with the company I was working in. So I was moving too, so I didn't have any place to have it. I have it all in my car.
This air rifle, tell me about that. An Umarex Steel Force air rifle. Tell me about that.
It's an air rifle for BB guns.
Okay.
I bought it because I just like to do hiking sometimes, and I bring it with me just to.
Right. What's it look like? Does it look like an AR-15?
Like a rifle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So can I ask you a question? Why don't you call them immediately and say, I need to take my stuff out of the car?
At that time, I wasn't working. So
you had plenty of time to call.
Yeah, I wasn't really needing the tools at the time.
Okay, so let me hear from you, Ms. Karen. On the day that he picks it up, are you there or no?
No, my dispatcher was there.
Did he make a complaint when he picked up the car?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have an affidavit from the dispatcher?
Unfortunately, the dispatcher passed away from the COVID.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. All right,
Yes,
so
thank you.
before passing away, what did the dispatcher tell you? I'm assuming it's before passing away. And
Oh, absolutely. No,
yeah.
he told me that the gentleman came in here, he paid for his tow, and then when he went to his vehicle, he was telling me all this stuff was missing. And there was nothing in the vehicle.
Okay, did you guys have a key to his vehicle, to his trunk?
No, nope. We park it in a parking lot area that's locked,
Did you have
gated.
how would they have the key to go into your trunk?
They had the keys. With the day my car
How can
was
we have the
towed,
keys?
the police asked me for my keys because they are gonna move. They were gonna move my car.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
police-
How were you around police to ask you for keys? Because the tow would have happened when you weren't watching. So what is it you're saying?
No. I was inside of my car when that happened.
I'm sorry. You're inside of your car when what happens?
Yes, the police saw me parked there and asked me for my registration. So I told them that I didn't register my car yet. So they say, "Oh, it's okay. We are gonna tow your car."
So according to you, you gave the keys to the police?
Yes.
How do you know the police didn't steal all your stuff?
You think?
No, I don't think. But I'm saying, did you guys have his keys?
No.
I don't
didn't
know
have
whether
the
police would say, "Give me your keys."
never heard that
Because
one.
they don't
That's
need
completely
your
new.
keys.
Right.
Did you have the keys for some reason?
We didn't have the keys. Nope.
Yeah.
They gave me the keys when I came.
Who did?
Who did?
You. They gave me the
Me?
keys
I
when
wasn't
I
there.
take the car.
The person who was at the dispatch?
The person who was working there.
I don't know whether you had tools in there. I don't know whether someone took your tools. I do know that you are
Well,
unable
this
to
company-
prove that the tow company took your tools. It's
This-
a little
this tow
suspicious that you're suing for
company
$800 worth of tools when you had to pay the tow company $800, but that alone doesn't do it. I would need to see some evidence that those tools were there and that they had access to it. The police wouldn't typically ask for your darn keys. They're not driving your car. They're towing it.
Yep.
And tow companies don't need a key to tow the car.
Absolutely
So
not.
there's just no reason for the police to ask you for your keys. You may have wanted a nice day for your girlfriend that day, but your decision-making lacks a lot to be desired, not just on that day, but in every day since then. So in this case, I mean, I certainly don't see any evidence that the tow company stole your stuff. And I'm not going to rule in your favor. So my verdict in
excuse
this
me.
case is for the defendant.
Excuse.
So, unfortunately for the plaintiff, he didn't have any evidence to support what he was saying, and he loses the case. David, let me ask you how you feel right now. A little upset, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the towing company has cameras all over the place. If they didn't took it, they can check the cameras and they can say, "Hey, I didn't took it."
Well, unfortunately, there's just no way you could convince the judge that that's what happened, that they took your stuff. So I'm sorry, but you lose the case. On the other hand, Karen, I imagine you're okay with it. You feel much better now that the judge found in your favor. Am I right?
Yes, I'm very happy with her decision. He didn't have anything in that trunk, and we did not have the keys.
Okay, very good. Well, congratulations. All right, Harvey, what do you think?
You know, Doug, we talk often about taking pictures of things before someone damages or steals them. It's impossible to do in a situation like that because you never know when your car is going to get towed. So I have advice, and it has nothing to do with taking pictures in a situation like that. What it has to do with is not leaving expensive and valuable things inside your car. Because if something like this happens, whether it's a valet, a tow truck company, or whatnot, if you don't have proof, you lose.
I ordered online what was supposed to be an adult folding scooter from a company in China. After 3 months of waiting, I finally got the package, and inside was a cheap ring. I emailed them asking for my money back, and I sent photos of what they sent, but they refused to refund my money. What can I do?
Well,
This, as you know, is my specialty.
Yeah, I think you spent about a third of your adult life on the phone.
Hello,
with
customer service? No, don't put me on hold.
Every time I walk into your office, I hear that Muzak, that background music from customer service or from hold. You're always on hold with somebody. Yeah. Sometimes multiple holds. You'll have one hold here and another hold there.
Yeah, sometimes I have to put a sticky on which hold I'm on because I'll forget, you know.
Oh, my God.
Look, we've become a global economy. And people order stuff from all over, and most everything they order is gonna come from China. And when you order something online, you are clearly not paying cash.
Yeah.
You are paying with a credit card. So the thing to do is to contest the credit card.
Right.
And when you're going to contest the credit card, the best way to win is to document what you are complaining about. So start emailing them saying it's been 3 months, what is going on? And then when they don't answer you, you keep every single one of your emails and any emails they send back. But in this global economy, you will always have a recourse with your credit card company because that is the safety mechanism so that the economy can keep going.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's going to do it, folks. Tune in tomorrow for Judge Million and me. We'll see you next time.